क्या एक इंडियन और एक पाकिस्तानी कभी फ्रेंड्स हो सकते हैं?
Well, if it's about literature and poetry and music and food and culture, basically everything that makes life worth living, the answer is 1,000 times yes. I'm Nandini, I'm from Kolkata, India, and my father was born in Lahore, Pakistan. He left when he was 4 years old with his family at partition, and he's never been back.
And my parents lived through the partition. I'm Sidrah. Being a Pakistani born and brought up in Singapore, the connection that I have with Pakistan is far more than I can explain. And today, by co-presenting Nandini's piece, we are hoping to go even further beyond borders.
In which lifetime, in what bazaar, did your hand let go of mine? Now I map the lines in the palms of strangers to find a way back to yours. Was it a market just like this one? With its dusty orange lanes, the sellers of marigold, smooth-skinned melons, and that three-legged dog?
Her body, an awkward lopsided arc, alive with the memory of another kick, another beating, from a boy who was simply bored. She runs with 1,000 fearful eyes, yet her legs carry her fast, weaving through indifferent streets, the one home she has known. I follow her, and we go down the lane where the bangle sellers sit. They pull me in by my hand, all honey-tongued and coarse-palmed, that ancient ritual born of need, flattery. The older woman, more confident, the mistress of her trade. She talks to me as glass bangles magically play in her fingers, each a little ballerina as she deftly twirls and spins, coaxing, sliding them in and out of my wrists. Finally she's done, and I lift both my hands. Green and gold glisten, tremble, and tinkle in soft applause. I'll take them, I say, more sharply than I intend.
I want them to hurry, as if you are waiting. Outside the market, leaning against the wall, that worn bag on your shoulder that you still won't replace. The sun is setting across your face, your shoulders, the expanse of your chest. From a distance, that stillness you wear so well, it draws me in. You draw me in, and our fingers find each other like the night unfailingly finds the day. But you lost me. In a crowd, when I was standing close enough to hold your breath in the nape of my neck and feel the throb of your pulse run down my spine, that is how you lost me. That is how we were. I walk the longer way back home. It is all the same, everything, awaiting. I think of a story from my childhood.
A mother bereft with grief at the loss of her child goes to a medium. Just once, she pleads, let me see her once. The medium relents, reluctant. The next night, the mother comes again, fearful and expectant. She waits, and she waits. All at once in the darkness, the door bursts into flames. The mother recoils in horror and in pain. As the flames lick and dance about her, she finally understands. Some doors are shut forever. I heard this story whispered with my friends, awake beyond the hours we were allowed as girls. Each felt the sadness, the despair of the mother. I did too.
But what of the child? I lay awake that night, thinking of little hands banging on a door and a mother who could no longer hear. Overcome with rage, the girl's molten tears turn to fire. She burns and she burns until all her memories are ash, and the night, her lonely, angry canvas. She draws the face of her mother in the sky and fills her hair with stars, and on a moonlit night, she is the churning of the dark waters far below the city walls. She is the wind howling through the trees, the tides incessantly crashing against the rocks, raging, wanting, and alone.
I think of this story as I walk back home. I think of you. Is it you who calls me to the forest so I can hear your voice in the songs of the birds? Are you the storm that rattles my windows so loud that I sleep with a pillow over my ears and a curse on my lips?
Do you long as I do? If you come to me again, would my eyes know and my heart remember? How strange this dance of life and death, a loving, a loss, and then forever a searching.